Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your March 2021 Intuitive Energy Forecast. My name's Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube, and my website's lisalyle.com, and you can find me on social media as Wisdom of the Heart. So, how are you all doing? Can you believe we're into March already? I can't believe it. Time is flying. So in March, we have no planets retrograde. Just before March, we have a Virgo full moon. We are going to also have the Pisces new moon. Virgo full moon is on February 27th. I'm not sure when the Pisces new moon is. I probably should have looked that up. Probably somewhere around the 17th or 18th. It's late in the sign. And then we have the equinox. So spring is coming here in the northern hemisphere, and in the south, autumn. So we're just going to get right into it, Taurus. If you're new here, welcome to this channel. And if you have been traveling with me for a while, welcome back. And thank you for your continued support and presence in my life, because it is truly a gift. If you haven't yet, oh my gosh, my favorite card in the deck. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please do. Subscribe. It greatly supports the content creators on YouTube, particularly in this day and age where there's so much censorship and our reach is really being limited. So your subscribes to this channel greatly help. Your likes, your thumbs up greatly help, and your interactions, so comments down below. And I'm appreciative for all that support. So for you, Taurus, fellow earth sign, we have the very first card out of the Gaia Oracle is the Gaia card number 5. In the guidebook, which I'm not going to read, it does indicate that this is the most powerful card in the deck. And so I feel, Taurus, like March is prepping you, and perhaps you're starting to feel the excitement for the changes of the season. I do feel like this is prepping you as we approach your season of rebirth, really to step more confidently on to the path that your heart is guiding you upon, which is going to be spiritual, 100%. That what it says on this card is spiritual wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual understanding. So within all of us, and because I'm speaking to you right now, Taurus, within you is this deep, innate wisdom. And innate wisdom, inner wisdom, spiritual wisdom doesn't come from reading textbooks, or it doesn't come from outside of ourselves. It is something that we are born with. And so it only requires us tuning in and, yes, tuning in and really connecting to that which we are. With this card being a number 5, I really feel like for you, the month of March is about making some changes. 5 is also what the year 2021 is. It's a universal 5. And the number of 5 is all about change. And change, you know, oftentimes people really set themselves up for failure because they want to make these big changes right away, instead of like incremental changes, you know, each day or each week changing something in your daily routine or your daily habits. So this, I feel, for you is what March is all about, Taurus. It's about making little changes every day that support your emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. Okay, so that may be as simple as observing how you feel when you ingest certain foods or beverages. It may be observing how you feel in the company of certain people. It may just be about you taking better care of yourself and paying attention to the signs and messages that your body is giving you, as well as paying attention to your intuition, not disregarding your intuition. That's probably the number one question I get asked by people is how do I strengthen my intuition? Well, the number one way to strengthen your intuition is to follow it and trust those inner nudges, like those gut feelings that say, oh, I shouldn't go this way, not to go this way, go that way. But you're like, no, this way is faster. And then you take that particular route and there's a big accident. And so you get delayed by hours. So that would be an example of not trusting your intuition, and it costs you, right? And so this is it. We have to trust our intuition. It's those nudges, those gut feelings, that heart, guidance that encourages us to reach out to someone. It's the wisdom that comes to us and the messages that flow through us, to us through our connection to nature, because this really speaks about you having a strong connection to nature. And so maybe a part of this message is about reminding you, you're an earth sign, you're a fixed earth sign. So this is about your connection to the natural world and working with nature and the natural world to support yourself in ways that, and this is perfect, in ways that you haven't for quite some time. So I should have said the first card came from the Gaia Oracle. These cards are coming from the Blue Angel Oracle. And this is Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael wanted to be a part of these messages to support those receiving them, to have the courage to trust the truth within their heart and to follow it. And so the next card, oh, Taurus. Okay, so this is a number 5 again. 5, 5. Okay, and then what's this? 42. Okay, so you've got 2 5 cards. So something is changing and something needs to change. So perhaps some of you have been struggling with an addiction or a myriad of addictions. Addiction is one energy. There are a multitude of different things that we can be addicted to. That's coming up, so I feel like this is something and you'll only know whether it's something that's an issue or not an issue. I do feel like you have been disregarding your intuition for quite some time, because I feel like you have been getting nudges about this change and the need for change. And you're like, yeah, and it's 2:22 as I say that. Yeah, I'll do it, whatever. There's always tomorrow. And my ear's going crazy now. So I feel like there is this need for a shift, and the universe is coming in strong right now, because you are experiencing multidimensional healing. Now, we heal on the physical level. That's the work that we do, right? That is what we came to do, heal on the physical level. And as we heal on the physical level, this is taking place on the higher levels, the spiritual levels, the etheric level. And so it begins within us, and then it is like this ripple effect outwards and upwards and even downwards is what I'm hearing. So what I'm drawn most to is the butterfly over the high heart area. The changes you make at this time, and it requires courage to change, okay? It requires courage to do something different. The changes you are being asked to make support a greater shift, and the shift is into your high heart, the home of your eternal soul, or where your soul comes into the physical vessel to be expressed through. And so I really, Taurus, pay attention to what you're hearing, what you're feeling. This card, it says multidimensional healing on it. It also says love and prayer. And so I feel like a part of if you are struggling with making some changes, if you're struggling with addictive tendencies, if you are struggling in relationships, if you are struggling on any level whatsoever in your day-to-day experience, call on your angels, call on God, pray. And we've been taught that it's not, it's selfish or egocentric to pray for ourselves. Oh, nonsense. It's such nonsense. Of course you can pray for yourself. Talk to your angels. They encourage this so that you can, so that we all can have a deeper relationship with our team that supports us. Because we all have, these teams of light that support us, and because they understand, they know how challenging it can be to be in human form. Not can be, how challenging it is to be in human form. And so you're supported. So say a prayer, ask for help. And I mean, your prayer can be as simple as, help me, please. That's it. I need help. Please help. And at the end of the day, you can just say thank you. And maybe at some point during the day, you continue and carry on your conversations with God and the universe and the angels and the trees. And then we've got this diva magic card, which is divas. All the trees, all the plants, all have divas around them, energies around them, and a guardian, like the divas. I always see the divas as like the guardian of the tree. The tree guardian or the plant guardian, whatever. So this is a number 42, and it says on the card, incredibly small. And that's what I'm feeling to say with that now, and I don't think I've ever said it when I've connected with this card before, is that this time, our time on Earth, is a small part of who we are multidimensionally, who we are outside of physical form. This is a very small part. And in fact, they put the expansiveness, we chose to put the expansiveness of who we are into this bodysuit, this meat suit, right? And it feels like through nature, you're really being encouraged to recognize the expansiveness of who you are, because this human experience is small. It's like a wrinkle in time. It's like a blink of an eye, right? Except we use years to speak about the length of our life or the length of someone else's life. But this is just a small portion of who we are. And so I feel like a part of the change here for you, Taurus, is to get out of your head. I mean, I know quite a few Tauruses, and I love them dearly. Their mind can limit their experience. And they can also be really, really motivated by things outside of themselves, money and possessions and acquiring it. And that's great. I mean, great. But what if a big storm blew through tomorrow? Or what if like something happened and everything was gone in the blink of an eye? What would remain? Well, you would. Your soul would. And if all of that stuff, if all of the outside stuff was taken away, if you didn't have the outside stuff, how would you feel on a day-to-day basis? Because I really feel that a part of this message for you, Taurus, is to reestablish connection with your higher self, your soul's essence, to reestablish connection to Source, Mother, Father, God. We can look at it like reestablishing connection to our Heavenly Father and our earthly Mother. We call the body of the Mother home at this time, right? And so it's really important for you, I feel, this month. It's about reestablishing connection with your heart, reestablishing connection with your higher self and higher levels of consciousness. Okay? And the wisdom and support that the ancestors are bringing to you is this card, Feathers. And what it says down here is restoration. So it does feel like you are being called to rest and rejuvenate. Just give yourself a break. I'm just saying, like they're saying to me, just 5 minutes a day, Taurus. They're not asking for a lot. Just 5 minutes a day of your undivided attention. And where do they want you to put your attention? On your breath. 5 minutes a day, focus your attention on your breath and watch how quickly things change. Watch how quickly you begin to change, right? Because this reading is like change, change, change. And it's one of the inevitables of being human, right? Change is constant. We're moving into spring. You know, it's like since we first started talking 16 minutes ago, we have changed through our breath, right? So it's the one constant. Growth is optional. Change is inevitable. So choose wisely. Which path do you choose? Because those who don't flow or go with change end up in very much end up holding themselves back to the expansive experience of being a soul in human form, right? It's time to bring consciousness back. Oh, this is hilarious. I'm going to pull you another card because this is the, but I will share with you what it says here. Love has the power to transform and change our lives. All it requires is faith, for faith gives love power. Okay, so talking about changes and you know, this card is basically saying, and so for some of you, Tauruses, I feel like the missing ingredient is love, a love of self. And you do have free will, and this is really beautiful because the solar plexus is the home of free will choice, and this is where it's the home of free will choice, and it's the home of the ego, or underdeveloped ego that resists change at all costs. Right? I'm not changing. No, 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 no. And if you have, what they're saying to me is if you have been experiencing tummy upsets, knots in your stomach, flatulence, this kind of stuff, perhaps it's time to let go. Breathe into that solar plexus, breathe into your diaphragm, and with each exhale, release and let go and come back home to your power. And doing this through honesty. This feels like Kuan Yin on here for me. I don't know if it says, it doesn't say Kuan Yin, but that's what she feels like to me. And Kuan Yin is the Bodhisattva, the goddess of compassion. You know, so being compassionate with yourself, being honest with yourself about the changes you are being asked to make. You know, don't put off what you can do till tomorrow, that what you can do today. Focus where your power is, and your power is always in the present moment. It's not out there in outer space, or it's not down there in 2022 or 20. No, right here and now, March 2021, 2:33 is your PowerPoint. This card here, and we didn't ask a question, we were just shuffling. But perhaps some of you, as you were watching this, perhaps you had a question, and it says here, the answer to your question is no. Yet, remember, you have free will, and you are free to make your own decisions. Just remember that you need to take responsibility for any choice you make. Meditate and see what your heart says. And as much as I'm feeling this as Kuan Yin, I also feel the presence of Archangel Michael around, because Archangel Michael does encourage us to speak our truth. He wants us to live our truth, and he wants us to share our truth courageously and with compassion. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you, this is about being honest with yourself. And perhaps you're being dishonest or not acknowledging what's been going on for you has prevented you from making necessary changes for the better. For the better. The changes that you're being asked to make, it's almost like you're being asked to let go of things that just don't work, don't serve you. Perhaps they're broken. Perhaps they're, outdated. It's like if you were still walking around nowadays, you wouldn't see anyone using a Sony Walkman or a Ghetto Blaster, right? Back in the day, though, that was like top of the line technology, right? And everybody wanted one. I had one of each of those things. You wouldn't really see a Ghetto Blaster. Now you got like speakers and stuff like this, and you wouldn't really see people with Walkmans because they all walk around with their, I wish I had a Walkman. They all walk around with their phones and plugged in and those little earbuds. I prefer like to have the earphones on and that kind of stuff. I'm just saying the whole point is like sometimes we outgrow things. Sometimes there's something, and when we release and let go of what we've outgrown, oftentimes we create space within our experience, within our bodies, within our life for something new and more supportive, better suited for us at this evolutionary, this point in our evolutionary journey, okay? And it says here, love, compassion, and truth will heal the present situation. Be honest with yourself. Discover what it is that you truly desire. Then speak your truth clearly. Always speak with love and compassion, and know that the truth will never harm anyone when spoken from a place of love. And I shared that, I believe, with I've only done 2 readings before you, so it was either Aries or Pisces. And when we're sharing our truth, oftentimes we hold our truth back because, like much of humanity, it's the walking wounded, right? So we're all like operating from, underdeveloped, unnurtured emotional bodies, right? So oftentimes we speak our truth, we share truth, and then someone's feeling wounded by what we said, and they attack, and then we attack, and it doesn't work like that. It's important that, and sometimes perhaps you need to like place your hands on your heart space so that you can connect with this space. And take a deep breath and call on God and the angels and Archangel Michael to be with you as you express and share your truth from your heart. Because when we speak from the heart, people don't have to like what we say. They don't have to agree with what we say. There's a frequency, though, that comes when we are speaking and sharing from our heart. That even if they don't like or agree with what we're saying, they feel it. They feel the love behind what we have shared. So I hope that makes sense to you. And finally, we're going to see what animal walks with you this month. I do have some, I'm open in March to do soul messages as well as chakra checkups. Unfortunately, this platform here, YT, will not let me share links to those services in the description box below. So if that feels like something, an investment that you would like to make this month, please do check out the description box below or reach out to me via private message or in the comments and I will get in touch with you. Again, if you are new to this channel and you haven't yet subscribed, oh, these 2 cards are perfect for you, Taurus. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button and then the little notification bell and you'll know when anything new comes up on this channel. Don't forget to leave me a comment below and a like and share this far and wide with your family and friends if you feel so inclined. So you got 2 animals, and I think that these are really perfect for you in light of everything we've been talking about. The first one I saw is the lion, and this speaks of strength and courage, and we were already talking about that. It takes great courage to trust and follow your heart. It takes courage to speak with love and compassion. I'm hearing, like the lion watches over the pride. I'm hearing, watch your pride. Watch that you're not getting caught up in pride and ego, and therefore restricting yourself from free flowing movement. I'm also hearing, again, solar plexus, total solar plexus for you. So perhaps working with some citrine this month would be beneficial to you, Taurus. I'm also feeling the need of how important it is for you to get outside. Turn your face up to the sun when it's out. I mean, here I'm in Canada, so the ground is snow covered at this time. But yesterday and the day before, there was also, it was cloudy. But 2 days ago or whatever, when the sun was out, honestly, I could feel the warmth of the sun on my face. I sit outside in full-on winter gear and read and just face the sun because it is so supportive to us. It's so supportive. And I'm feeling that for you too, Taurus. And then you got the hawk, and this I believe came through for Pisces as well. Seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing yourself from a higher perspective, perhaps from the perspective of your multi-dimensional soul. Seeing yourself, because there is definitely something going on here. There is a call for change. There is an opportunity for healing. Yet if you're unwilling to see yourself, honestly, you will never be able to see the world reflected at you from a place of integrity and truth and honesty. So all great journeys, all great exploration, all great understanding, spiritual or otherwise, begins within. Okay, so let's see what the lion. Where is it? Oh, okay, well, let's see, lion. And all the information will be in the description box as well about the decks that I used to bring through these messages. Oh my gosh, is it the last one in this? Oh my gosh. Yes, it is. No, not quite. Okay, so lion energy is patient, regal, of course, a complete master. I'm thinking of a Seinfeld episode, the master of their domains. I feel like this is like letting you know who you are. And you have the ability to overcome anything when you choose to live from your heart. Okay? So it says a lion is a master of the fire element, fire in the belly, burning through, transmuting, clearing, healing. And the living mascot of self-transformation. I should have just kept reading. A lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. Therefore, the lion is respected by all, but known intimately by few. Some mistake the lion as hard to access or aloof, yet those with a keener eye know better. Lions are observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our quest begins. So when in balance, lion energy is the epitome of peace and strength. When out of balance, withdrawn and too serious. And to bring into balance, daily meditation and friendships. And even if your friendship is just with a tree, it can be a friend, yo. I know it. I have many tree friends. So there's that. And then let's go into this hawk energy. I love hawks and see them daily. So perhaps hawk has been visiting you. I don't imagine lion's been visiting you, maybe in your dreams or visions. Hawk may be a messenger that you're seeing in your daily life and you're not making the connection. So hawk is watchful and all-seeing, messenger of divinity. The sharp eyes of hawk watch our every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you and the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly, though it may seem small or insignificant. It will eventually redirect your course. So when in balance, hawk sees clearly and is highly intuitive. When out of balance, sees too much and is suspicious. To bring in balance, shift perspective. And for you, Taurus, I feel like the big shift in perspective is to begin to make small changes as you are heart guided or gut guided within each and every day. So, Taurus, I trust these messages support you and resonate with you whenever you connect with them. Remember, messages from Spirit are not limited by time and space. So I trust that when you connect, it will be the perfect moment for you. I see you, I feel you, I love you. Thank you so much for your presence in my life. You are truly a blessing and a gift. Until next time, take good care.